My beautiful stars, reading time. Oh, we're going for our unspoken oracle. I'm realizing my deck's all back to front. Standard. Maybe you're feeling a little bit back to front today. Although I really like this deck. This deck, there's a lot about soul alignment and coming into realizations, and this is big realization. Okay, let's see main collective. What's going on with you guys today? Main collective. Okay, so divine timing, beautiful. So there's something right now that everything is aligning for you. The universe is at work. Trust in this perfect timing. I'm hearing this. Maybe you just did a little bit of a look through your chart, see what's transiting, what's aligning. You could have come to some form of realization that you're going through a really intense cosmic window right now. Or maybe you've just had this energy that there's stuff starting to fall into place. Okay, imposter syndrome. Maybe you have been lacking a little bit of confidence and you're just starting to get that confidence back. Or maybe you've been wanting to jump into something new, let it be a side hustle or whatever it may be, and you're questioning yourself. You're questioning if this is a certain path that you should be taking, which is really sad. You're doubting your talent. You're comparing your journey to others. That's not good. I'll have to see the test. I'm hearing this with this imposter syndrome. Maybe you've got a new opportunity that's approaching you or that has approached you, and I always say when something is actually going to be very beneficial long term, new job, whatever it may be, and it's like all that negative shadow talk comes up, the self-doubt. Oh, I'll have to change this, you may have to move, you question if it's, you start questioning everything, right? But it's literally like shadow self is trying to stop you from your greatness, because that's what we need to learn from our shadow self, right? There's a reason I'm hearing this. I feel, yes, this test, but this temptation returns. I feel it's something, I feel this is a main message for this collective. There's something about you need confidence in who you are, that amazing soul that you are. And if you always fall into that negative self-talk and doubt, I always say, until we learn from our shadow, it keeps appearing. It's what our karmic cycles, our 2-year cycles forever loop. So look back, this collective. Have you maybe lost some good opportunities in the past because you just didn't believe in yourself? There's clearly something on your mind that your internal, your light self, is really urging you to do. I'm hearing just do it. But temptation returns, a familiar lesson is repeating, patterns are resurfacing, but spirit is testing your growth, especially with divine timing being your first card. We talk about this pretty much daily. I always say whenever the divine is about to release something for us that can really be life-changing, talk about the cake, ascension, rest period, the tests, the lessons that come through our cooling off period, seeing are we ready for the toppings, right? The icings. And I feel this collective universe is trying to nudge you right now with confidence. So there's a reason. This may seem like just for you a decision that's but this decision could lead to releasing certain other toppings, icings that maybe you're unaware of. This is your middle row, the test. So this collective, just look into your daily life right now, especially over the last week. Have you noticed there's been a lot of returning patterns coming, especially about emotional self, right? Let it be with family. Let it be certain triggers you seem to always face, the same triggers with family. Let it be work situations. Let it be friendships. to have test energy in the middle, this is reminding me of a collective. The universe is seeing, are you ready for what comes next? Or are we going to have to wait for another cycle? Okay, you could have someone in your life that unfortunately gives you mixed signals. But again, if you're in your confidence, I don't think you would excuse those mixed signals. They've made you feel quite confused. They say one thing and do another. They're emotionally inconsistent. They're unsure of what they want, but are you sure of what you want? Because I'm sure this collective, you don't like to experience this. I will see what confirms it. And again, sometimes, and I see this a lot in personal readings, sometimes I will tap into some people and they think all of their anxiety, all of their overwhelmed is tied to their heart space. But I will see pentacles all around them. So it actually shows that what's actually really creating the overwhelm is things that need to be stabilized and grounded in their life. But because their focus is love, connection, they don't put the right energy into what really will create that calm for them. And I'm hearing this collective, don't get distracted by this right now, because I think the universe is nudging you with other lessons, more to do with this opportunity, taking the leap of faith for self, understanding your power, understanding your value, truly understanding your worth. When we start understanding our worth in confidence, situations like this, we don't continue to fall short to. One more for your top row. Okay, a fated encounter. So I'm seeing these two tie together, and I actually feel you could have whoever this person is on your mind, you've clearly, the way that you met was quite serendipitous. It felt like the universe delivered it, right? It felt like this was truly universally sent. So the way you had this fateful encounter, and I always say serendipity is so beautiful. And when you really look back, it really does feel like the stars align. You're meant to go to a certain place, you choose not to. But then at the very last minute, you're like, bugger it, I'll go. And then you meet someone that is destined to meet you in this lifetime. Let it be, you go to a certain shopping center, a certain coffee shop, and then all of a sudden that day you decide to go somewhere else. You meet someone, right? You can just, and this can apply in so many different areas, but when something's very universally sent, through that day you realize, if I just, if I didn't take that leap of faith, or if I didn't go, or if I didn't start that job, or if this wouldn't have aligned. And you start to understand the power of that intuition, that call within, when it nudges us to do something. And you start to believe how magical the universe really is, and what is meant for you will not pass you by. It makes you start to believe in that gut instinct. But I am also hearing fateful encounter. This doesn't just have to be a love situation. Why am I also feeling this could tie into this imposter syndrome? Bear with me. If the universe is trying to nudge you, right, to get you to do something that is destined for you, that is part of your abundant timeline, and you keep pushing it off, let's take it to writing a book. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but you keep having excuses. Oh no, the funding, or how will it work, or this or that. Through your daily life, the universe will start aligning you with random people that can make you succeed at this vision. So again, someone turns up to your workplace, they have friends that are in marketing, or they're illustrators, or there's a reason I'm saying this. or you just meet someone out, right? And you start talking and you realize that through conversing, they're an author or they know publishers, or it's whenever you're destined to do something, and again, you're not trusting in yourself, the universe, I always say, will meet you halfway. They're trying to align you. They're trying to urge you. And I'm feeling this for this collective. It's not just something fateful. And again, that pattern recognition, they've shown you the power of fateful encounter before, and what is destined to you will always connect to you. Again, those full circle moments in life. You've met someone when you were a young kid, and then however many decades later, that person knows this, but like the universe tries to show you this through life experience, right? And I feel this collective, it's like there's just something you're not seeing here, especially when it comes to an opportunity. They're trying to get you to remember the power of serendipity, but I think because your heart space is a little bit blocked, you're not seeing the importance of a fateful encounter when it comes to do with something, opportunity, achievement, you're meant to be taking that leap of faith with, right? I more feel this mixed signals is something that's happening internally, because unfortunately maybe you're not focusing on the right thing right now. Not the right thing, but again, I always say the universe can't just give you a piece of paper. They show us in lessons, especially emotionally. And I started this reading off saying, with this divine timing, I don't know if you've checked your birth chart or whatever's going on for you right now, but I feel this collective, you're more focused on thinking divine timing, something to do with heart, where I feel it's something far bigger here. And remember, this test energy is in the middle. If you are someone that unfortunately you don't take that leap of faith, that leap for self, and especially when you're sitting in comfort, you're in quite a comfortable job that pays your bills, and again, it's that comfort. You're feeling like you're in a safety bubble. You're someone that actually maybe usually has a fear of change or stepping outside of your comfort zone. There's a lesson here with this. And it's all to do with confidence and seeing self, believe it or not. Understanding whatever you put your mind to, you will achieve. Okay, let's see divine timing. So something that's been silent for a long time. And again, I felt this collective. You feel this divine timing is coming from more of a place of a love situation. I'm hearing a few things with this. Pride over connection, emotional standoff, unspoken words, frustration, a lesson in patience. I do think you think divine timing's at play with someone that unfortunately maybe you're in no contact with. I will get more cards. But I also feel that this silence, right? I'm more feeling as this is a universal message. Maybe for a while you haven't felt as connected to your spirit team. Universe, you are one with your spirit team. But of recent, it's like you can feel, I don't know if you're noticing signs a lot more than you usually do, or I feel something that has been in silence, maybe not a focus, is starting to become a focus again, more when it comes to divine, spirit, creator. But lesson in patience. I say that's one of the biggest spiritual lessons, to teach us patience and surrender. Okay, imposter syndrome. Soul tribe, soul family. There's a community you're meant to be building. There is something here destined for you to connect to true soul family. You have to take this leap of faith. And this collective, you know it deep within. Genuine support, shared feeling seen and safe. And let's say you have taken this path and you're building your community, and maybe this is just something you've started or you've only been doing for a year or two. Have confidence. Don't ever compare yourself to anyone around you. No one is you. When we start to compare without us knowing, right, we take away our authenticity, because subconsciously I'm not saying that you would try and copy or imitate, but when you're constantly comparing what you're meant to do, that authenticity that makes you you, you start to dim, you start to question, you start to think, especially if you're in a saturated field, right? It's not about fitting in with the crowd, even if it is a saturated field. You are one of a kind. The way you express your voice, your internal, is for a reason, right? So again, I don't think it's an intentional comparing, but I do think this collective, I don't know if you're really hard on yourself, or I don't know if you're just an extremely high achiever, or maybe you thought you would have found success quicker than you have. My mind's deviating. This may, I'm gonna say it. Everyone that's here, all of my collectives, you're in some form of spiritual development, awakening, self-discovery. A lot of you guys are being called to jump online, let it be to do with tarot, let it be Reiki, life coach, which more of that kind of spiritual avenue of some sort, right? And I always say, we are kind of, if done properly, because we are here to heal souls, we're kind of the spiritual therapists, right? But we deal with people's vulnerabilities. Anybody that turns to religion or spirituality, especially at the start, you know there's so much more. You're searching for answers. You're wanting to feel whole again. You're coming from a very, unfortunately, not all the time, but I'm hearing it for this collective. It normally comes from an extreme period in life where you're going through a lot of pain, a lot of loss, and a lot of grief. So if you feel like your journey is not taking off the way you envisioned, it has to be slow and steady, because you need to grow. You're dealing with people's vulnerabilities. You're dealing with their hearts. You're dealing with their mind, body, and soul, right? You need to trust in divine timing. And if you are more, you envisioned you'd be some form of overnight success, and that is not happening, it's for a reason, right? It's like anything you get into. It's that practicing that musical instrument. You get better over time. You develop over time. And this is why we talk about spiritual arrogance sometimes. A lot of people that activate, they just feel like they know all the answers straight away. No, you're constantly ascending and growing. 7 ascensions, crown, next 7. You constantly evolve your teachings, your worldly knowledge, right? You guys have a mind of a sponge for a reason. You learn. You constantly learn and develop. I'm hearing this specifically. It's coming through like a channel. So just don't ever compare. It's not taking off the way that you've envisioned. Stay true to self. Stay true to authentic self. And trust that the universe is not just protecting you, but your community, right? Everything, just like serendipity, everything is perfectly designed for your soul's path. Trust. Okay, the test. It's funny because we said comfort zone, but is it toxic comfort? I'm not even going to talk, this is more suggested about love, but I always say change is our best friend when we view it the right way. When we're stuck, eat, sleep, repeat, same day in, day out, we're not pushing ourselves for evolution. We're choosing to stay in our safety bubble, especially if you have a lot of trauma in the heart, abandonment, again, fear of sudden change. For you, change equals tower, feeling left alone, right? It's something that needs to heal. Especially if you're destined for big things. I always say this, absolute security is a true illusion. Again, the comfortable job, or people that are completely, like extremely abundant in life, perfect marriage, perfect family. Things can literally change in a second. I tell you guys this all the time. Nothing in life is absolutely secure. The only thing that is, and is 100% certain, is our first and our last breath in this world. Everything in between, it's the experience of life. Remember, life doesn't get easier. No matter how much comfort we're in, we learn how to deal with life and the roller coaster of life. Everyone goes through unexpected change, comfortable or not. Your higher self is trying to teach you this. There's nothing to fear. Something's hard to let go, but it's just familiar. I don't want to say familiar chaos, it's the safe chaos, right? I say this a lot of times when people are unfortunately in the obsession phase of craving someone back in their life. You think you're emotionally available, you think you want a date, you think you want this, you put a label, no, that's my twin flame. No, it's the familiar chaos of what you have not healed, and that's why you're drawn to it. That's why you're captivated by it, because that familiar you know what word I'm trying to say. I'm not even going to familiar. You know what I'm trying to say. It actually feels safer than doing things differently, right? And I know that's hard to hear. But when we are bound to the same emotional cycles, it means we're not progressing. We're not moving past the stepping stone. Talking to myself, when we are facing the same emotional chaos, physical things day in and day out, believe it or not, we're not mastering the stepping stone. We're not moving on to the next. And this collective, this is your test. Don't make it fit. It's your middle row. The universe is testing you with the familiar chaos, the familiar emotions, the familiar decisions. Are you going to choose what you always choose? Or are you going to truly surrender to divine timing and trust and have patience? All will work out well. Remember cake period, what we were talking about. Repeating cycles to learn self-love. I'm being called to say this, and we talk about this all the time. A lot of people... And you are healing. Healing is, I always say, it's like a forever thing, right? We're learning lessons right throughout our whole life. But a lot of people think they've moved on from certain trigger points because they're not getting the, let's say, physical tests of them. But if we are in more of a kind of magical bubble, or we're a little bit isolated, more like a lone wolf, or we keep refusing, well, not refusing, but we're a little bit blinded, piece of paper, to the lessons with family, friends, work colleagues. So it's same old version that keeps coming up, right? But because we're not completely focused, we don't even realize we're repeating the same pattern with those people, right? Normally, where you notice the patterns is where you're the most emotionally invested, and this is why I find a lot of people, it's when they're going through heartbreak, they start to really discover themselves. Family, it's normally a very comfortable, I'm not saying you're not emotionally invested with your family, but they are comfortable, not in all cases, but because they've been with you since a child, and again, I know not in all cases, but it's coming out for this collective. Yes, we can grow and we can see our toxic traits through our family after time, but usually, especially as we're just starting to awaken and wanting to heal and go through self-discovery, we see the lessons in love, but we can get blinded to the repeated lessons with family, again, friendships, and again, certain work colleagues. We don't notice the triggers of old self that what we're wanting to grow out of, old self, that they're constantly bringing up, right? So sometimes we feel we're a lot further along, but if we aren't learning face value those lessons, the universe internally through cosmic triggers, cosmic windows, especially if you just kind of tunnel vision on love, they will start to overwhelm you in the mind over love, right? So you may not feel like you're getting triggered as often. You may feel like you're not focusing as often. But if when your cosmic trigger, internal overwhelm, anxiety comes over, you're still facing it the same. So still internal dialogue, the fear, thinking you're delusional, whatever your emotions are that come up, questioning everything, questioning this, there's something you're not learning. And this is why I talk about the stepping stone, right? You may get triggered less often, but if the same emotional response externally or internally keeps coming up, there's something you're not seeing outside of the box, right? Hopefully that makes sense. It's making sense in my mind because I feel this collective, again, this is important because it's your middle row. You are in the middle of that, well, kind of crossroads of that cycle shift right now, right? Again, resting, cooling off. Is this going to be the cycle where, and again, nothing's ever failed, but through decisions, crossroads, free will, sometimes our decisions, free will, can prolong the destination, right? So is it going to be this cycle, you see these lessons and make room for that icing, or unfortunately are we going to prolong it again, right? This right collective, you have so much more going on than thinking your overwhelm is just about something you're getting mixed signals with externally, aka person, right? Maybe even as well you've been questioning mixed signals from other people, or I'm definitely feeling love with this one, but anyone in your life that is giving you this kind of energy, one, you have a lesson of self-confidence, this collective that they're testing you with. Two, repeated, I don't want to say comfort zone, but they're trying to get you outside of your comfort zone, right? So are you choosing comfort and safety? Absolute security is an illusion. Over pushing yourself with having more confidence, something about your authenticity, being proud of who you are, not dimming your light for anybody else, right? And there is something they're trying to urge you through nostalgia and memory about serendipity and fate, and how it's not your ego's timing, it's divine's timing. If you aren't mastering stepping stones, but you're in that phase of, why do you show me signs? Why isn't this moving forward? Like, I see you guys, this is another part you will go through. You give your spirit team ultimatums. It's like one moment you're completely invested and in awe, and then, why are you doing this to me? If this doesn't come through, I'm not going to do this anymore. And you all go through it. But they're trying to get you through memories to remember the power of when you're ready for alignment, it will happen. But until then, surrender, let go, trust in fate. You've experienced it before. So I just feel, again, they can't give you the piece of paper. They're trying to make you see through situations and definitely internal emotion right now. Have confidence in self. It's the first step. All right, these mixed signals. I knew it was about love. The end scene, the goodbye, and maybe this is where you get the mixed signals. It is that kind of in and out. I think you are trying to find peace and accept this, but again, if you're going through a cosmic window, there's a reason it's coming up. One more. You could really be, as you're watching this, feeling that this is the final time, but I hope you're realizing that's by your choice. It's not on their time. I hope you're not feeling it's final because of their, let's say they blocked or ghosted, or you're in control of when you close the cycle. Remember that. This is good. So you're turning to a support system with this. So you're not just internalizing it. That's good. You're trying to emotionally ground. You're trying to find a safe place to fall. This is good. You're getting encouragement. That's beautiful, because that means you're really trying to accept. So maybe this is, you are breaking free from something instead of holding on to what if. And there's a reason I said you're in control of this, not this person. It's not up to them, right? Maybe you are coming into actual acceptance and not, what if they come back? What if they break no contact? Like, this is good. This is actually positive. It could be hard and uncomfortable, especially if you're trying to just experience this acceptance now. Again, breaking a habit of craving someone constantly that gives you mixed signals and puts you in, unfortunately, familiar chaos that activates that trauma you're healing. But it's not meant to be easy to let go and fall into acceptance. We talk about it all the time. It's uncomfortable, especially if it's really the first time you're choosing self when it comes to love. It's good. But I think you do come in and out of memories and nostalgia. Again, it's not meant to be easy. You're keeping your peace. You're not chasing. You're trying to not energetically chase by the looks of it, which is good as well. I'm going to be honest. I feel this is being activated in you, the serendipitous moment, not even for this person, but because it's tied to the heart space, you think, oh, I'm not healing. Why do I keep remember what I said? They're making you cosmic trigger overwhelm, dragging up the old, not to remember the fateful encounter with them, but to trust in fateful encounters and trust in destiny, right? I always say that red thread, it's not just connected to that one person. There are glowing threads, right? It's what's connected to our soul that we're meant to achieve, right? That we will achieve when the time is right. Believe. Okay, I just want one more for this test and toxic comfort zone. Oh, realignment! Good! You really could be passing this rest period. It's great. You're definitely moving differently, which is beautiful. Okay, family patterns, and I keep bringing up family. Look for the patterns, because these cycles, it's not just with this, it's family as well. Friends, love, cycles repeating, generational healing. Awareness brings peace. And that was a big thing. Sometimes we fail to really understand those, right? At the beginning, as this journey goes on, you become so observant and you start to realize the people that bring up old version. But I feel this collective, there's just some things you're not completely seeing when it comes to family patterns here. Breaking what no longer serves you. The unspoken tension. Miscommunication, and that could have started from your own household as well, especially if you have patterns of miscommunication, toxic communication with other people, friends, family, strangers, work colleagues, whatever it may be. Again, the familiar chaos, right? Why do you keep being drawn to these patterns? Because you still haven't healed the familiar chaos. If you're still drawn to people that can, unfortunately, bring up all those things that you grew up with, but in their own shape and form. Remember, different meat suits, same lessons. It's for a reason. Remember, this journey is to find that inner version, that little girl, that little boy that was lost at such a young age because of, unfortunately, shadow self. I always say it starts 3-4 years old. We don't know emotion at that age, and we're like a sponge. So, unfortunately, we imprint our surroundings. The way we're parented, schooling system, governments, institute, everything is imprinted on us, and it sucks away our sovereignty without us even knowing. This journey is to rediscover that version that was lost. So you can relearn life, reparent yourself the right way. It takes time. My advice is collective. Understand familiar patterns right now. Walk with confidence. Do not make decisions that take away your self-value and your worthiness at the moment. Confidence is key to your success. I'm literally seeing that card, the end of a tough cycle. I should get them. I feel you're coming into the end of a tough cycle, if dealt with right. Okay. I am going to get that moon deck, but I just want to get a few of these. I'm tossing up. I'm going to get both of these decks, but I want to get this one. The ethereal insight, what your highest self is trying to nudge you to see right now. Oh. But remember, you had Soul Tribe as well. This says perfect match, 5-star, compatible, kindred spirit. And, oh, I'm hearing, bear with me, this is important. When we are bound to someone in the heart space, right? Believe it or not, sometimes we're keeping that door closed without us even knowing. And if you are destined to meet, let's just say, I'm hearing a few different people, but I'm being called to explain this for heart space. Serendipity. Let's just say you are meant to align with someone, right? But if you're leading with feminine, you don't need to be a female. When you're leading with feminine energy through heartbreak, you're so emotionally tied, emotionally invested. A lot of you take the path of celibacy. You feel sick to even look at somebody else. You are just so tunnel visioned on that person that broke your heart, right? Now, if they are aligning a kindred spirit, someone that is truly, truly compatible for your soul, cut from the same cloth for you, right? Someone that maybe does have potential to be life partner, whatever it is, but you are blinded in the heart space. It's so easy to not see this person. Let's say, you know, you've just moved somewhere, new location, and you just keep bumping into this same person, right? And you're like, why do I keep seeing you out and about? When your heart is invested somewhere else, because normally the person that's truly destined for you, they're not your usual type. It's not that you're not attracted to them, but they're different. They don't move like the rest. They're not like every other meat suit you're completely drawn to, right? Because those other meat suits have never worked. It's someone different. Their energy is different. It's normally, this is why, again, I always say the right love. And don't get me wrong, I know there's some people that they fall in love, I get it. But normally, the right love, even though there's this magnetic draw, there's a bit of resistance. You kind of hold off a little bit. There's certain things that you, instead of just going 0 to 100, you get to know each other first. Sometimes it starts off as friendship. Sometimes it's a bit more, it's just different. And when you're so blinded by someone in the heart space, that broke your heart, because the energy is so different. It doesn't matter how many times the universe is trying to align you or show you, or you just don't see it, right? There's a reason I'm hearing this for this collective. It's like your higher self is trying to tell you there is a perfect match there for you, but we want you to be able to see it. Trust us. We're wanting you to get to a point, self-confidence, understanding your greatness, your value, healing the familiar chaos, because what if perfect match would not deal with that familiar chaos? If this is a love that's meant to flourish and grow you, do you think maybe you need to be healed to maintain it, or healing, right? The right person you have a healing chapter with, but you just need to trust. They're wanting you to sew your heart back together a little bit first. Your higher self is saying you have this out there, whoever it may be. But trust us, we're trying to get you to heal your familiar patterns, familiar chaos. One more thing I'm hearing, and I find this very often, people that actually go through celibacy and you're single for 4, 5, 6, when you guys are going through the healing process, That person that comes in after all of that time of self-discovery, internal growth, long separation, you're aligning with someone who's truly destined for your soul, believe it or not. Because people that just do layovers, they don't heal. They bring baggage from previous, it's just accumulated mess. They repeat their cycles with their meat suits. People that choose to heal, people that choose to grow, the longer the separation, I always say, the better. What comes next? Life partner energy. Perfect match. Because you understand yourself. You've learned how to appreciate the toppings in life. You've learned to complete yourself, so you don't look at love as a completion anymore. People that look at love as a completion, you become highly critical lovers because you're dependent on the approval, admiration, validation of your person. You, without you even knowing, because they are the love. You're my other half. When they don't make you happy, or when they're this, you start to become critical. You notice all the little things they're doing wrong, right? Because you don't make yourself happy. When you understand that love is truly a blessing in this life, it is a topping. You accept the good and the bad. You don't notice all the little irrelevant things that should not even be spoken. People that are constantly picking on their partner, it's normally coming from internal triggers that need to be healed. It's the reason I'm saying this. Trust. Because what comes next, you'll highly appreciate, and you'll understand the blessing of this person and how and when and why they've entered your life. Talking to myself, I said, when this person comes in, you'll understand why. You'll understand they're a blessing. You'll understand the value of them. And there's a reason I'm saying this. Maybe you've had a moment, maybe it wasn't of recent. Maybe it was after you lost this person, mixed signals, and you knew, I don't want to be like this anymore. I'm going to appreciate love. I'm going to appreciate it. Maybe you've had a moment like that. Because I always say, I'm not here to tell you how to feel. I'm here to confirm it, right? The right collective, you've had moments of understanding. You've never really understood the power of love, because if you understood the power of love, never have been a critical, nitpicky lover. 5 stars. New beginnings. You're close. You know what deck I'm going to get? Our new High Priestess deck. Sorry, it came to my mind straight. Maybe you're a lot closer. Maybe everything I was saying in that start, I'm not going to lie, I was feeling like I was reading. Maybe everything I was saying at the beginning, you're getting all these things. It's all just coming into, like you're getting it, right? Like new beginnings, perfect match. Fresh start, your starting point. Oh no, this is your middle row. Tested with the old to make room for the new. You've got to reappear, so you'll be tested with the old. Return, come back. It says arriving home. You could have lived with this person. You know what I noticed looking at this photo? Creepy. I'm seeing, see how he's like ducking his head around the wall. You could, I'm hearing it. I'm gonna say it. You could have. I'm hearing it. You could feel this person has like. I'm seeing like stalker creepy energy there, like obsessive energy there. Driving past your home, burner accounts, like just weird. Like I'm seeing it as weird. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe you used to love obsessive love. That's unhealthy. We talk about that all the time. or you've had feelings, or maybe you've that they're doing some weird things like that, or you've caught them doing things like that. Part of the mixed signals, especially if you know they're obsessive in that way, but they're not putting their, oh, I love this. I love this love language. And this love language is hard for some people. Some people really need affirmation or physical touch to receive. Some people that have the love language acts of service, and you're with someone that unfortunately may not be completely in self-love or suffer with a lot of insecurities, they don't understand the power of this. And by you, because everyone gives love, some people do it in all forms, it's not just one, but I feel this collective, your love language is acts of service. Cook, clean, provide, like how you show your love, right? It's like you're just very attentive. You're very attentive for your person. You make your person feel safe. You make them feel safe in the foundation, right? But some people, and this is sad, I find this, some people that receive this, they question their spouse's love, getting the words blown, like, you know, stroking the ego, or constantly. I feel people that give this love language, sometimes it's really sad, because this person that gives this, sometimes their love gets questioned. Are they really invested? Do they really care? Do they this? And I'm not saying this is the only way that you show your love. The right love brings it all out, but I feel this is this collective, the way you shine the most. And I promise you, people that give acts of service, you need it back. So I feel whatever's coming, you're going to have that back as well. You show through action. You show your affection, your kindness, your love through action. You always do things for others. And that deserves to be given back to you. There's a reason I went into explanation. Maybe this reappear person, they never valued your love the right way. Maybe they never thought you truly loved them, especially if you were more this towards them, right? And they needed words of affirmation all the time because they had a broken ego. They needed to always be affirmed. Deep emotional, like, do you know what I'm saying? That's not your fault. That's something they need to heal. I love this love language, and I think people need to appreciate it more if this is being shown to you. This creates one of those true unconditional loving households. Such a safe space. And we were talking about the critical lover before, right? Oh, that's important. That, did you see that do a little like gymnastics jump? Stability! Look, this is really good. We've got to see what confirms them, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting a good feeling. Strong, secure, and unwavering. Divine timing through patience. This is what your higher self is wanting you to know. But to call instability, what energy do you need to be in? Because we align with energy for a reason, to make us self-aware about things we need to heal, balance out extreme highs and lows, or qualities we inspire to be, right? If you are thriving in stability, what are you going to call in? Stability. And as well, new beginnings. This is why maybe new opportunities, new beginnings, you're being urged to take right now, because you will be in the energy. Now, people say live in the manifestation as if you've already received it. I'm kind of hearing it here. If the universe is opening new doors, don't have imposter syndrome. Do it. Choose self. Focus on true stability and comfort, right? You think stability and comfort is routine and pattern, and no, push yourself. Your kindness, your generosity, showing people your kindness through action, like this stuff, I feel you're putting out in the universe already, right? So energy aligns with energy. Maybe you really are finally just craving that perfect person. You're ready. You're opening your heart space. You're not tunnel visioning anymore on this person that's completely destroyed you, right? Or again, even if it is just that first step that you're really finally starting to accept, maybe this is what helps you accept. You thinking you deserve this, because you can provide this, right? All right, let's confirm. Your mindset, as we were saying, live as if you've already received it. That's confirmation. But new beginnings, fresh start, starting point. Clear mentality, changing your outlook, mental attitude. We always talk about positive talk. When we sit in negative talk, what are we going to create? You affirm your new beginning. Positive mindset right now. Trust. Destiny, serendipity, perfect match. Remember the deviation. Fated event. What is for you will not pass you by. Oh gosh. Everything we say. Watch from part 1. They're making you remember the power of serendipity for a reason. Just saying. This is really good. Okay, this reappear. That's your middle row. Oh. Talking stage, getting to know each other again. Chatting possibilities. I want one more. Okay, months. If this person I'm feeling newer energy is supposed to be aligning with you. If this person, again, this is your middle row, so it is important. If they are about to reappear, watch the first part. This isn't something that is, especially if this has been quite a few months or over a year, let's just say that. That's literally getting to know someone again, as if you were just dating someone new again, right? You're not going to just, like, that would take time if there's been a lot of hurt, right? So again, message from your higher self, no expectation with that line. If you even want to bring that back into alignment with you, like, look what's around this. It's like I said, I have a feeling this collective, burnt out at the bottom, I feel that burnt you out. Let's get one more. Weeks. So, I feel this is approaching within the weeks, but it could take a few months. They're not given... Hold on a second. Middle row. Oh, Jenga. It's like, what block is going to knock this time if we take it out? This card does say rebuilding after things falling apart, changes, endings. But this situation is like a Jenga tower. And you're literally, it's like the next one you pull out could make the whole thing fall. Let's finish this first. I want one more for perfect match and destiny, because I feel I don't even know if, oh my God, I wasn't even recording. I wanted to get one more for perfect match and destiny, but I was saying I don't even know if there's a new love card in here. But anyway, the one that came out was self-improvement. That's been the theme of this. This is aligning. You're coming in to... I don't want to say, I feel you've been self-improving for a long time, but there's something here, main message about your confidence, right, is key for what comes next. I have a feeling, whoever's meant to be with you is meant to... Remember, the right love inspires us. They inspire us to grow. They inspire us to be the best version of ourselves. It's like subconsciously we want to make them, I don't want to say proud of us, but we're so proud to stand by their side that we want them to feel the same if we know it or not. They really encourage the best version. And I feel whoever this collective's perfect match is, remember me saying this, they're going to help you grow. They're not going to hold you back, and they're not going to make you caged into past version of self. You're going to see this person ignite sparkle and inspiration to keep pushing yourself, finding your wings more and more every day, right? I'm being called to say that. Acts of service. The one. And remember I said with this, whoever this person is, they are going to show you love this way. And probably quite a few more. The right love, it kind of, we show love in all of the ways, right? But remember I said with this, the importance of this. If you are someone that shines with this, you need it back. Because otherwise, after time, it builds resentment in the connection. Because people that give and provide, people that do this, you don't think, I want something back. That's not how it works. But after time, human condition, 6 of Pentacles in reverse, when you start to feel that all of that effort you put in isn't being appreciated or thanked, or, you know, you feel like you're giving more, especially physically, into the connection than someone else, after time, when there starts to be triggers in the relationship, it's like all of that resentment without you knowing that you've subconsciously built up. I always say you don't know when you're building resentment. You're not like, oh, resentment. It's like it starts to subconsciously impact you, right? This needs to be appreciated, and it needs reciprocity. And whoever the right person is for you, another detail you'll know, because it'll be equal give and take, especially in this department. You know, I saw this video and I'm hearing it, and this whole happy wife, happy life, rubbish. I talk about it all the time. The black cat, golden rubbish. Love is equal. And this couple said, happy spouse, happy house. They treat each other as complete equal. 100% they both give each other. Not this 50-50, 100% they give each other. They both view each other as equal parts in the relationship. Not that a man should love you more, or, you know, man should be more obsessed, otherwise it's not going to work. All of this rubbish people are told. It's actually, and we talk about it here all the time, love is equal. Anyone that holds anyone on a pedestal, it's destined for just, right? I'm hearing this for a reason. Maybe you saw that video. Such a good video. It was, they were going over things that make that they don't do, that they, like certain sayings that, and their views on it, right? And everything they were saying was just so beautiful. And it's kind of what we talk about here all the time, but just worded different. Whatever is aligned for you, perfect match, it's going to improve you. This is meant to be true love. There'll be pure reciprocity here. Another thing your higher self is wanting you to know, not mixed signals, reciprocity. Stability. Oh God, sorry, that one flew. Transition from familiar chaos to stability. A period of change, shifting, moving on from challenges. Look, that's reminding me of the 6 of Swords. And look at the storm. It's rowing so good. Get me out of that storm. Get me out of the familiar chaos and no more. It's like, get me out. You are choosing self. You want stability. You want peace. And that makes sense with the first part. You're like, no, I need to accept this for what it is. I want to be happy. Light. Bright, positive, sunny energy. I love this. This is really good. Okay, let's get one more overall. I've got to get you one of those beautiful ancient Egypt cards, and then we will really get into this. No more worrying about external attachment. surrendering, trusting in divine timing through what you feel their silent treatment is. No, they're aligning things for you when you were truly ready. So the right love finds you in the right alignment. Remember, the one, reciprocity. People that are like this and unhealed, you become critical lover because of the built up resentment, because you're constantly giving, and without you knowing, it's starting to piss you off that you're not getting it back, right? You needed to be in alignment. You needed enough true internal healing and awareness to understand the true power of love, because whoever is aligning with you, perfect match, they understand the power of love. They understand the appreciation. They understand the blessing of it. You needed to be on par with energy. Your storm was always growing you. But in the midst of it, you just couldn't see it. But you're about to understand why. Because you're not dependent on it anymore. You wouldn't be I'm so lonely. Not that that's a phase you all go through. I don't know why I do that. But you understand. Maybe you've had a moment to say, I'm not lonely. Like, I love my independence. I love the life I've built. Maybe you've really taken time to just accept, have gratitude for what you have. Like, embrace everything that you've been through. There's a reason I'm hearing that. You're finally getting to the top of that Mount Everest. You've probably bloody hiked a lot of Mount Everest on this journey. What is out of your hands, you're starting to learn, should be out of your mind and heart. I love it. Okay, let's get you a High Priestess card. And then we're going to see what's coming for this beautiful collective. All right. This is like, I've said it the past 2 days, this is like one of my new favorite decks. There's magic that runs through these cards. You can feel the energy every time you pick them up. You got it. You got the pyramids. Multi-dimensional channel, divine alignment, cosmic capacities. They are literally energy generators, our pyramids. So, sorry, it's a new deck. Oh my God, Magdalene's Rose. I didn't even know that. Look at that rose. Can you see the golds through these cards? Ancient lineage, sublime devotion, divine love. Okay, pyramids. Let's read this to you. That would be powerful because they are all about energy. Pyramids. 122, which comes to 5. 22nd of the 1st. You could be watching this at 122. 122. Okay, the pyramids. You are receiving a higher activation now. The Great Pyramids stand before you as a beacon of cosmic alignment, inviting you to step fully into your divine channel. Remember the first part. That's making so much sense. I feel this is all the things, that first part, that you're finally learning and mastering. And I feel I was speaking more of it past tense, what you've had to walk through. Right, collective, you'll know what I'm saying. Especially if you're still here now, and as you were watching that, you're like, no, I've mastered. Or you're questioning if you've come out of it. And I was meant to read it as past tense so you could have seen it as, I've learned that. Maybe you've been asking, am I ready for what comes next? Maybe you're at that phase you don't even think you've healed enough. Maybe you were meant to hear it as your version that hadn't got through that yet. So as you were hearing, no, I have gotten through that. No, I have passed that. Right, collective, you'll know what I'm saying. Because this is how the reading, like this deck, and now this, Okay, the pyramid's ancient structure calls you to harness the mystical wisdom contained in their sacred geometry. Merging stars and earth, you are currently being recalibrated into alignment so you can ground the higher energies of the stars into your life with clarity and purpose. This card arrives at a pivotal time. Truth. We said that at the beginning, reminding you that you are ready to embody the celestial wisdom you have been receiving. You are ready to embody the original blueprint of your cosmic soul, your authenticity. This is your confirmation that you are on the path of divine mastery. You are being asked to trust in your ability to receive and channel the highest frequency of transformation that are now pouring through you. You are ready to anchor these cosmic energies into your reality. Truth. Truly. You are ready. Shaping a new path for yourself and those around you. Your connection to the stars has never been stronger, and the pyramids are guiding you to integrate this wisdom with confidence and grace. Confidence! And grace. You are ready, my love. The universe is aligned with you, supporting your journey as a divine channel. My divine bird. What are we up to? As you connect with the pyramids, maybe you've been researching a lot about ancient Egypt, or you've been seeing, just stopping on and noticing a lot of things about pyramids, or even seeing a lot of triangles just in your walking, that maybe the universe is trying to show you through certain signs. Where are we going? As you connect with the pyramids, feel their potent energy aligning your vessel with the cosmic frequencies of the new earth. This is a time of great expansion where you are being called to transcend limitations and rise into the fullness of your divine potential. This happens through the upgrade of your vessel, and more specifically your nervous system, expanding its capacity to hold more of your light, allowing you to live embodied in your multidimensionality, with natural ease. Trust your system is expanding now. The pyramids are a sacred portal mirroring you into becoming a channel of higher. I'm hearing, as soon as I said maybe you're seeing triangles, my mind started taking off to images on paper, and I don't know if you're not noticing it. I don't know if, I'm literally seeing little triangles. I don't know, because it's something that you wouldn't really notice as a sign, right? I'm being called to say this because as soon as I said it, and it kept going in my mind. Really look closely, especially in the upcoming days. For the right collective, I think you'll go to spaces in your mind. Oh my God, I am seeing a lot of triangles, right? Or even if something breaks, especially glass, and it breaks into a shard of it, like a perfect triangle. I'm seeing that. Breaking glass, breakthrough. Mirror, portal. When people say 7 years bad luck, rubbish. You're breaking free from a certain energy. Okay. And in body transformation. They are a reflector and an amplifier of your own psychic abilities, and their power is now activating in you. Trust in the magic you hold and know that you are being guided by the stars to manifest your highest purpose. You are here to the bridge of the realms of heaven and earth, bringing forth the wisdom of the cosmos in your daily life. So the ritual of this, visualize yourself inside the king's chamber of the Great Pyramid of Kemet. Feel the multi-dimensional power of this sacred space as it exists in both the 3D destiny and the 5D pure light. The energy of the pyramid surrounds you, grounding you in the physical while connecting you to the stars. Allow the cosmic frequencies to flow through you, activating your highest path. Journal about the insight and wisdom you are receiving, knowing that you are a channel for the divine light and power. Repeat this affirmation to activate your card. Pyramids of divine power, activate your card within you. Pyramids of divine power, thank you for mirroring the alignment of my channel with the purest wisdom of the stars. I step boldly into my role as a vessel, the big gaps, spaces, of higher I can't say that word, consciousness, grounding celestial energies into my reality with confidence and grace, and so it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. I am going to get what's entering you, but now I'm just being called to confirm cosmic energy. Yellow cards you. I'm going to pull 3 cards for you and 3 cards for this reappear energy to see. And so normally I go yellow cards you, red card connected energy, but just I want to see if anything's blocking you and this reappear energy. Oh, one more for you. 2 more for you. The heart's compass, follow your heart. And that's the biggest thing with this message from your higher self who resides within you. Remember those details of what the right energy for you will make you feel. Follow your inner guidance right now. Let your heart lead the way. Number 57, your internal flame. Number 81, this is going to ignite, and maybe right now you're igniting your inner drive. Your determination is your greatest strength. So even 5th of the 7th, 7th of the 5th, birthdays, dates, 8th of the 1st, 1st of the 8th. Okay, tables are turning, but it's in your energy. Reclaim your power. Whatever's coming with this reappear, turn the tables. False crown. You need to activate your confidence. That is the first part. I felt you had activated. Maybe that's part of the first part that I kept saying this reading. It's a lot about your confidence. Remember I said for you, it's not on their time. That's what I'm hearing myself say. It's not up to them. You need confidence in this. This number 48. 48 hours could be important, and 46. This collective, just remember, follow your heart, and this is for all areas, not just this reappear, but I feel this reappear is a huge part of this collective soul contract, right? Look what's around your energy. You are in control. Have true confidence. I feel I need to get a shadow card for you guys. Hold on a second. You really have potential to turn the tables, which means this collective, those tables aren't completely turned just yet. Okay. The illusion of control. Don't try and control. Remember, what's out of your hands should be out of your mind and heart. So this collective, you could actually, in your shadow, as soon as things feel out of control or you can't see what's coming next, this could create fear and doubt in you. You like to know the answers. The anger within. So when you're starting to get angry, this is part of the right collective. I felt it with the critical energy. Anger is a teacher, not an enemy. Explore its root rather than suppressing it. Maybe you've repressed a lot for a long time, but if anger is coming out, frustration, ask yourself why. Why does this situation make you so frustrated? Is it a situation, unfortunately, you lost yourself in? You endured through a lot. You didn't choose self. You didn't have confidence with self for a long time. So now, unfortunately, You may think your anger is towards them or certain situations, but is really that frustration from self for not walking away from the familiar chaos sooner rather than later. Whatever is bringing up frustration and intolerance with what comes next, that is not making your heart feel safe. That is not self-improving you. That's not feeling stable. There's a reason, right? Be aware of it. One more. Whenever this is coming up, take a moment to reflect and not move on impulse. The shadow's gift, and I always say, and we've been bringing up shadows, don't run away from shadow self. Talk to shadow self. Why have you come up? What are you trying to teach me right now? What are you trying to hold me back from right now? Why are you making me feel I'm not good enough? What do I need to learn from you? Without embracing shadow. And the only reason shadow comes up time and time again is to make you find your light, right? Embrace it. Talk to her. Talk to him. Within darkness lies your wisdom. And this is where we learn lessons, through the darkness, self-reflection. The pain you've endured is shaping you into someone stronger. What am I going to say? See the emotion outside of the box, and until you find center, don't move forward. Find confidence in your light self first. Abandonment echo. I could feel that. We brought up abandonment here. Recognize where feelings of rejection stem from, and a lot of people that struggle with abandonment issues, struggle with control issues, struggle to step outside of their comfort zone, scared of sudden change, trying to remember viewing life absolute security. No. So even when it's chaos, because it feels familiar, and because even through the chaos still feels safe. Believe it or not, we stay. Trust that you are never alone. And it's true, you are never alone. So, this collective, when this starts to get triggered in you, you start to lack confidence of what you truly deserve. And because I think you've lost yourself to, unfortunately, abandonment so many times, it can trigger the anger. This is where your shadow comes to say hello. When you feel rejected, not chosen, not validated, lack of loyalty. Shadow is like, hey, we're still healing this. Remember, until we walk through it time and time again, we don't phoenix. And they want you to phoenix from this. You are not your abandonment trauma. You are not your trauma. Your abandonment trauma is what's grown you into your greatness. Embrace the fire. Till you believe you are never alone. Abandonment isn't as scary as your small self that you lost was made to believe. And who do you think is going to activate your abandonment trauma the most? Who's about to reappear? That person. Because what did they do to you? Mixed signals. Made you feel abandoned and seen. So without you knowing, they've wounded that scar. So it'll be very easy for you to get with them. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because you really can shift this. You can take the veil off here, but you need confidence. All right, let's get them. There was 2 yellow that were about to come out then. I'm going to wait till they fall though. This person reappear. Nine of Swords, endless nights right now, so they're anxious. But they have the strength of a giant being activated in them. Courage and bravery. Oh my gosh. I want one more. Oh my god. I was not expecting this for this person. Before I say anything, I've got to get tarot here. Sorry. Hold on, how's this person shining? Reappear. Reappear person. How are they shining? How are they shining energetically? Who are they as a person? Eight of Swords in reverse. Queen of Wands. So they could be a fire sign, but this makes sense. Manifesting a miracle, path of light, and the strength of a giant. Confidence, they're shielded. They've got a mystic shield around them. The only thing blocking them is their overthinking. They're not sleeping right now. They're connecting to their higher self. I always say it, that energy rod she's holding on to, it connects her to her higher self, her highest vision, which is a big message for you. They're leading right now. They'd be magnetizing. They're calling in a manifestation. But I'm not going to lie, I'm seeing this as you. They're on a path of light. They're walking with clarity and purpose, and they have the strength of a giant, tapping into their ancient power. They're stronger than they know. So is this collective. The impossible becomes possible now. They're being protected by their ancestors with whatever this is. But this is not good. As that Nine of Swords, victim mentality, which is still keeping them in the dark a little bit. They were unable to see the opportunities around them. Let's get one more card here. She's my magical queen. This person could really be connecting into their internal stardust right now. One more. Oh, two more. That went on the shadow deck. I do need to get shadow. Five of Wands though, I still think that, I feel there's still a little bit of victim and they're not completely seeing something here, but justice. So you've got fire, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, and Libra energy here, but they're balancing. They're going through life lessons, moving with integrity, truth and balance, going through their purple curtain. This Five of Wands isn't good. Right now, their energy could be a bit chaotic, or they could be sitting in, maybe there's a reason strength of a giant is coming over them. They could be reflecting on this in this endless night, certain chaos that you guys have had, and unfortunately, the way I've allocated Five of Wands is the reason it becomes so combative and chaotic because no one's listening to each other's truth. Everybody thinks they know the answers and there's no compromise, right? It becomes very competitive. Who gets the last word here? They could be reflecting on, unfortunately, something they were not seeing properly here, especially with justice. Or right now, their energy could still be a little bit chaotic and a little bit blind. In Endless Nights, I've allocated as Nine of Swords, which is my victim mentality card, because we're holding on to memories that we should be letting go of, right? I'm hearing a couple of things for this Five of Wands, but to have Queen of Wands and Justice here, the energy's not perfect, but it's definitely balancing. Let's get one more for this Five of Wands. Oh, they've got Hierophant with this Path of Light, Mystic Shield. They really could be seeing things very differently, truly committing to themselves on a powerful, powerful crossroads. I just heard releasing keys of darkness. That's what I just heard in my mind. Maybe you just lost a key in the dark, or you couldn't open your door or something. It was dark. There's a reason I heard that. I've never heard that before. Releasing keys of darkness. This is a card of true commitment. Highest level of commitment to self and also to others. Leader. That is pure divine masculine. I always say Emperor energy is divine masculine of the earthly plane. Hierophant, divine masculine of the spiritual plane. But committing to self through the chaos, finding Hierophant energy through the chaos, releasing keys of darkness through the chaos. That's powerful. Whatever the case, though, this part is so important. So important. Please, I always say watch my whole reading. That is so important. This transition or not makes sense with the Justice being here, going through their purple curtain, their karmic debris. Hold on a sec. I've got to see how you guys are. Wait. Sorry. I want one more for Justice. You know what I just realized as well, just side note, it came to my mind, especially if you resonate with being a Queen of Swords, because I put that over the top, manifesting a miracle, Path of Light. And when I saw that manifesting a miracle, I am kind of viewing this person is viewing you as a miracle, something that felt impossible could be possible if they really have this Hierophant strength here. But there's a reason when I saw that reappear, I thought I saw that little like stalker energy, and then the Jenga card came out, right? Or maybe they realize if the wrong piece is pulled this time, it will go into chaos. Sorry, I'm just going back to that part. Hold on, I want one more for this Justice. Oh, that's too many. I just want one, please. What are they balancing right now? Right and wrong. Judgment at the bottom. Six of Pentacles, and that's what I kept saying you need. So that means this collective, if your mind, as I was explaining that acts of service, if your mind was going to this person, they would have shown you acts of service in the past. They would have added to the table the way you did. Don't make it fit. Unless they're reflecting on not seeing this properly in the past and there wasn't balance in this. But this is also my card of pure kindness, kind heart, right? Kindness, consideration. This is what they're balancing. Okay, let's see you guys. They could be going through a judgment period. That seems like a massive judgment period. Let's be real. They've got 4 yellow cards, only 1 red card. There's something they're not seeing correctly. This I'm not going to take as a yellow card. A red card. This is tables are turning. Unless, let's go more. What if tables have turned? Like, that is like activation of the soul, right? What if the tables have already turned, but you need confidence in what's coming next? Hold on, let's see you guys. The only thing that's really affecting you, lack of confidence. They're being fussy with your cards. Look at how fussy they're being. Maybe I need to get another deck. Is that why they're being fussy? I'll try one more time. Come on. We got one. Two of Swords in reverse. So you're seeing clearly. You're not ignoring the warning signs. Trust what you're feeling. Your intuition would be on fire. So that's why I follow your heart, not your mind. So whatever you've been, with your Three of Swords heartbreak especially, whatever you've been feeling through this, where your mind's been taking you, I always say the reading for you, your mind will take you to different, like, trust in where your mind's been taking you, especially when it comes to this situation. But then confidence. So maybe it's like you can feel, but you don't have confidence maybe in the decisions that you're, like, there's a reason this has come, it was being so fussy. And again, a big part is to be confident. You're questioning your intuition and your deep instincts. They are being so fussy with your cards. Oh, 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 oh. Good. This is a trump card for me. Your strength. You've learned. You're a lighthouse. You understand in yourself. This is a card of pure confidence, and I keep saying, work on your confidence. You have it within you. So those shadow cards, you've learned how to guide your internal hurricane properly, constructively. Remember, female magician, taming the ferocious lion. Compassion, understanding, confidence, courage. First part. Not an imposter. Don't compare. This is in you. So it's something in your shadow. Every time shadow creeps up, it's when it activates your abandonment. You lose your confidence with self, right? You have infinite potential around you. This is literally my card of the influencer, because that's how bright you shine. Have confidence in your decisions that are coming. 8 could be important for you. Maybe you got your guard up a little bit. Just remember your infinite potential to do whatever you set your mind to. Strength of a giant, strength of a giant. Leo. Oh, that was wanting to come out. And it's funny because this it's like it wanted to, but I pulled it out, right? 5 of Swords in reverse. You're conquering self-doubt. So this is something internal scarring. That is a card of conquering self-doubt, right? It's complete unexpected changes. Maybe this maybe because this has kind of come over you, you're not having confidence in your internal change right now, right? But it's a card of surprises as well. Maybe you'll really surprise yourself with what comes next. But this is, again, it's a huge confirmation. You really have found confidence and strength. But when shadow self comes up, it's like you forget who you really are, right? That imposter from the beginning. No. Worthiness. Stand in it. It's funny. Swords and breakthrough. One more and you've got your fire here. This is a mixed bag, this one. I want one more for what this Two of Swords in reverse, please. Four of Wands. But again, it's not completely flying. So again, maybe you don't have complete belief, community, prosperous. It's also a divine card. I wasn't going to read this as divine. I'm not even going to lie. I feel, just still, again, remember this part. Whatever energy is right for you, destiny, perfect match, stability, the one, all of that, how it's going to make you feel. Moon in reverse, releasing fear and anxiety. Two of Pentacles both ways. This is what takes your confidence away. You're back and forth in the mind. You're not trusting that you're seeing things properly. You don't want to overcommit again. You don't want to make poor choices. You're actually, if anything, it's like you're fearful to make the wrong decision with anything in your life right now, right? This collective. And that is why I keep saying through this reading, have confidence. It's the key to your success. It's like you know the answers, but you're scared. Right? Because of your abandonment and da-da-da. And even that fire, that it's like you don't like that version of yourself that comes out, right? You don't want anything to make you feel scattered, or you're dropping the ball with your own journey. You're taking steps back. 2 and 2 as well. You are finding your duality. I'll tell you this right now. This person connected to you reappears more balanced than you are. I'm going to be honest. And maybe that tables of dirt, and I'm not saying that to upset you, but you've got to just truly believe in your strength energy right now. Oh my God, you got it. You got my divine pairing. You got it. High Priestess and Hierophant, but this High Priestess was like, connect to yourself. You're disconnected from yourself right now because you're overthinking everything. Connect to yourself. Trust in yourself. Universal flow of life. This all had to happen for a reason. Trust. Channel. Bridge between two worlds. Calm. Peace. Serene. Just follow your heart. Find your way back to your center. You're seeing everything. You're seeing everything. You're not believing in what you're seeing, which means you've been on this journey for so... Believe. Just tame whatever you're feeling before moving forward. You've got... And that last card, the external, it's every time you come outside of yourself. You stop trusting in self. High Priestess, strength, 2 of Swords in reverse. It's this. You are so scared to make the wrong decision. Again, you've been through a lot, clearly, but conquer this self-doubt. Conquer it. Make amends with past. Make amends with shadow. And maybe unexpected change, especially if it's expect the unexpected. And remember that part I said, you're asking if you're even ready, right? That is my true divine pairing. Anyone that watches me all the time, High Priestess, Hierophant, that is my true, I'm not going to say twinnies, I'm going to say my divines. Get her back up right. Hermit in reverse, paralyzed in fear, paranoia that you're going to make the wrong decision. You know what I've got to do? I've got to see what's around your heart space, what's around this person's heart space. And then we're just going to see what's coming next here. You can see it in this, but anyway. Okay, your heart space. Do I get them a priestess card too? Oh, that just all fell for a reason. Keep going. Okay. Listen. All right. The main collective, heart space. Oh gosh. Unexpected. So something, it's either just happened or it's about to. Surprise, shock, out of the blue, don't want to. Lessons. You're so worried. You were so worried you're not going to learn your lesson. It makes sense with that first part, because I was speaking in that first part. I felt like you guys had just kind of activated. You're being way too hard on yourself. That, are you ready? Blah, blah, blah. Watch the whole thing. Whatever's come or is just about to, it's going to shock you. And you don't want to take 10 steps back, but it's a manifestation for you. But you wouldn't even believe in your manifestation anymore. Look at what your higher self is showing you is approaching. Because you went through a burnout, you're scared. You don't want to go through it again. Okay. Lessons. Through offers, every time you got burnt, every time. That's this journey, the commitment, every date, that you were like, again, you don't want to go through it again. I always say this journey is to teach us independence, but when we get into hyper independence, it's a protection thing, and I'm being called to say it. I feel you're so scared to actually let anyone in. I'm going to be honest. Unexpected. Sneaky. You think it's wrong, and I felt it was wrong. Remember how I read them? I always say, as a reader, we pick up collective's energy, and I read that. Remember, I'm that stalker obsessive. Like, this deck, I was so shocked what came out. I feel this is more, you're expecting the worst because you've dealt with so much sneaky behavior, karmic, underhanded, deceit, lies, secrets. That's your heart space right now. Again, if I didn't get these cards, I would be telling you, run, run. You've got lie pants on fire on the way. Because that's how you right now feel about them. This part shocked me. Shift your focus. We just split it on. I want one more for that. Regret. Oh my God. So deep in your soul, you know the answers, but your overthinking mind makes you question everything. It makes you think, no, this can't be. You regret all of it. Past actions, the sadness, it's because they bring out the shadow of you, but they're meant to heal it, right? Phoenix from it. So much regret in your heart for how much you've accepted here. Still going. You're expecting the worst. Growth. This it's growing. I always say the manifestations that take the longest to come in, they're the ones worth having, and it's normally the ones we've forgotten about because we're not emotionally tied to it anymore, so we let it come in freely because we're not blocking it, right? This is going to grow you, whatever's coming. Just follow your heart, not your mind. Follow your heart, not your mind, right? And your heart knows the answers. Until you have confidence to move forward, which may take time. You've had weeks, months. Just find peace. You'll see your shadow come up. Make peace with shadow before moving forward. Watch the whole thing. All right, let's see this person's heart space. Oh! Social media. They could be, again, how did they come out? Queen of Wands, they came out big. They could have social media or focusing on doing this, or you, social media. This says following, watching your stories, posting. I'm feeling a bit of both here. Their heart space. They're getting courage, timing. Well, look at their energy, especially Hierophant, divine timing. Patience, strength of mystic shield. You've been protected from them, but hope. This has always been shielded, right? It was protected till the time was ready. But they're not losing faith. They're trying to stay positive right now, holding on to hope. Maybe they're viewing something of yours that's... I'm stopping myself from saying it. I was saying maybe drawing you in, but then I heard deterring. I'm on... Let's get one for that. Social media. Unless they're learning things on social media, especially if they're activating their Hierophant, their perspective's shifting through your social media. And I went to stop myself. Maybe it's drawing you in, or maybe it's deterring them. Maybe for so long your social media deterred them. But the things they're seeing from you, from others on social media, when you guys activate, divine knowledge is everywhere. Sponges, you're like on a quest of development. Whatever they're seeing on social media is activating their heart space, changing their perception. Remember the Five of Wands to the Hierophant energy. And I literally was talking about perspective in that card. This is good. They're looking from things from a different angle. It's helping them change their mind, open mind. From toxicity, Five of Wands. One more. Holding the eyeball in the hand. It's balancing them, balancing their heart space. But this also says work. Maybe they are branching out on social, especially if they're not someone that normally posts or anything. Timing. They got it. So you don't want to deal with it. Now they are tables turned. Twin flame. And understanding divine timing. Soul connection, mirroring self. And this did say getting to know each other again. What did we split it on? Talk! Stop it. This reading's taking a turn. As you let go and accept, what happens? Tables turn. There is something about finances here. But hope, especially if you make your path, if you got the influencer card, the strength card. But maybe something has been holding them back because of finances. But maybe this is their heart space, but maybe something is shifting financially for them. Which is, it's sad because I see this a lot, especially with this ridiculous manosphere stuff. So many masculine energies think to be a real successful, it's the materialism, it's the external attachment. That's not the case, but there's something here. Let's get one more. They could be, what are they called? Personal trainers, or like an athlete, but maybe moving on from this outlook, which is regenerating hope. Lifestyle change. One more overall. Okay, so from September, October, November, spring, autumn, something's been shifting in them. So remember, tables turn. Maybe it was around that time your tables started to turn. But there's something from this time period that is literally this is pretty powerful energy. Okay, communication at the bottom. All right, I just want to see for both of you what's around this connection. Is that all of them? Oh, what's that? missing you. Okay, let's see what's around this connection right now. Oh my God, look what's at the bottom. Healing. What's around this connection, please? There was the mastery card in this. Okay, right now around your heart. So we've got, oh no, suckers. Oh, fools for each other. I was reading that as like kind of more foolish, don't believe the games. Fools for each other, mutual feelings into each other. This collective, you don't want to be into this person though. Completely invested, 2 against the world, and you've got memories here. Thinking about the past, but this collective, you're in regret over the behavior here. How many times you accepted this and didn't learn the lesson. Nostalgia, longing, regret. Can't let go of the past. This person's in endless nights right now. Fond memories, romanticism. Oh God. Let's actually put them there. Rise and fall. Mirror. And that's going to be your middle row. So you're mirroring in your own ways. Fire. Oh. Bad behaviors that need correcting. I'm not going to say the N word, but you know the word. Self-absorbed, one-sided, mirroring, vanity, ego, selfish, boastful. That's not good. It's here around your heart space. We're going to have to see what confirms it. Fiery hot, overwhelming mutual desire, chemistry, intense desire, sexual union. I just don't, oh gosh. So that's going to activate him. Don't lead with passion, because I can't see how this collective you would. You're so scared to make the wrong decision. Apology. Just remember your middle row. Weeks, months. You don't need to rush nothing. Coming into renew, love, loss, forgiveness, returning a gift. It's not over. Closure, confession, regrets, making things right. Memory, it'll be intriguing to see what. Memories, support. I'm hearing the lack of support for this. And them reflecting 6 of Pentacles, how they didn't notice how much you supported, right? Will overcome issues at hand. Has secret help. They are learning something. Helpful care, helping each other. Rescue. Well, you shouldn't have to want to rescue anyone. Lending a hand, maybe. Memories. But again, regret over how much you did do this in the past, or how much you did offer to help, or these suckers. You got the message. So you've got apology. So, this makes me think, just don't lose your voice, ride your shadow, watch the whole thing. They have something to say, they want to talk, they want to be on speaking terms, information. If they were getting to know each other again, remember that row. Someone said expression through communication issues. This one, these 2 here. Mirror. This is what you're mirroring. The rise and fall. That wanted to come out before. Time to get off the ride. On and off, roller coaster, good and bad, inconsistent, unpredictable, clashing desires. And that's your main focus right now. Remember the start, the mixed signals. Nah, I'm done with this. So if that is in you right now, like their energy's so nice. Maybe this is finally, and this is what happens when the tables turn. Everything they did to push you away, logic over the emotion, you guys start to do. maybe you're finally in and understand. This is why I say you guys need to experience each other's veils, so you understand what kept them away from you for so long. It wasn't that they didn't feel for you, but every time they would feel for you, they would put logic on it. This collective, every time you feel, you go into acceptance. I regret it. I excused it so many times. It's like you're just trying to push through the uncomfortability of letting go right now. Time will heal all wounds, even though you guys have probably been trying to heal this for a long time. I am seeing this. I know this is mirror, but I feel this is now what has ricocheted into you. Like, look at all your cards. You're disconnected from your high priestess right now. You're trying to push this away. And I understand why. But I think this is what's gonna, let's get one more. This is your middle row. So again, it shouldn't be, even if you don't want to, I see a lot of you guys right at the fin, you don't want it, and it actually, believe it or not, makes them lock in balance. That I do feel it needs to be balanced, but it will in time. Only thing that's alarming with you is your shadow cards, what may come up, right? Just don't move in that shadow self. Don't understand it, right? There's a truth that's about to be revealed here. But I'm feeling that needs to be balanced and you needed to experience it too. Fiery hot, that I don't like whatsoever. The devil, the lustful, obsessive, and remember how I explained them? Oh my God, stalky, creepy. Remember this collective? I think that's how you see them now. It's just a lustful little devil, the gremlin, right? Dangerous territory, and as well, if this, I would not be leading with that. Obsession, possession, this blocks it. And leading with passion and shadow self blocks it. This is around the heart space. Just be careful how you deal with this. That's all I'm saying. Triggers through you are going to get triggered. You're going to get highly triggered, and God help this person if they wouldn't. They're in Hierophant. They did have Queen of Wands. If they attempt to, oh God help them. Don't move through shadow self. Please watch the whole reading. This is going to trigger you. This is going to trigger the shit out of you. It's because of the burdens, and this right collective, there's so much regret. I always say, as you're watching a reading, you may not feel that you will, but it's when it comes up, there's been a lot of pain. I'm just going to get a couple of these oracle cards, and then we're going to get tarot here. I might check their true intention. Just let me see this first. Universe's perspective. Just 5 on this situation. Oh, cool, calm, and collected. Attitude is everything. Literally, you have to stay cool, calm, and collected. Remember I said I feel this collective. You've now not just independent, it's hyper independence. It's like a protection thing now. Attitude is everything. Stay cool, calm, and collected. Confidence, but don't fall short to power struggles. Your first card is number 9 as well. Moose. They could be an important sign. You could have just seen a moose. This is good. It's good. 9. Oh, very good. Let's just get 2 more. I feel I need to get one to hold on. Let's get 2 more. Oh. Temperance. Balance. Harmony. Alchemize the storm. Patience. Don't move. Feel the tranquility through your veins before moving forward. Libel. Well, that's coming. Okay. You've got Jupiter over this right now, which is about expansion and good luck. right? Be optimistic, making stable changes. You don't need to do nothing. Remember, you've confidence, you've got control of this, and you don't need to move forward if you don't want to, but it could be a turning point to your destiny, so don't be fired up, right? If it really doesn't mean anything to you anymore, you don't need to be reactive. This could be steady movement forward, going the distance. The little Thomas the Tank energy. Thomas the Tank energy. What? Thomas could be a name. I think I can, right? Thomas the Tank Engine. This says on track, but you do need temperance over this. And trusting in the angels, devil angel on your shoulder. Patience. Find balance. But you do have an aha moment, the lightning bolt. Discovery, breakthrough, a big reveal. Realization, enlightenment, epiphany, illumination. 26, 3, 7, and 9. 26 of the 3rd, 7th, and 9th. I've got to get one for this moose. The mask, it's going to trigger you. You're not going to believe it. That's what the thing is. This is where you need to stay calm. Hidden motives, projection, but your own mask as well, shadow self, right? That comes up. Pay attention to your own red flags. 14th of September could be important. I'm just going to get one to confirm them all. What's expanding then? Strength in you, lion strength, Leo again. But that everything we explained before about that strength, learning how to guide the internal hurricane. Cool, calm, and collected attitude is everything constructively. Confidence is key to your success. Okay, steady movement forward. I knew it. Expect the unexpected. Remember when I said that before? It's going to come in and like, huh? But you've got steady move. And there's that little triangle. Remember I said you could be triangles everywhere with the pyramid card? I literally just spotted it. Fire. Don't move through anger or frustration though. Oh, wow. So if you're temperance energy here, major opportunities, things will unfold. But through your growth, through your warmth, through your positivity, expansion, through strength, building strength, slowly but surely. Epiphany. Oh, the heart. It may. Oh. That was the mice energy. Head of the pack, alpha male, will to win. Well, they're activating their Hierophant leader energy here. Sorry, my battery just went, which made me realize how long this reading's gone for. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to see what's coming next with tarot, with everything for you, and then we'll finish the reading. Okay, there's that Two of Swords. But remember, your Two of Swords is in reverse, but you may feel as if you're not seeing things clearly. We'll see what confirms it. Five of Wands in reverse, and they're going over Hierophant energy with that. I'm seeing what's coming next, just not just with this situation, but this is what's coming for you, which I think right now you are blinded to see, right? You've got common ground, you've got solution on its way, you've got harmony being restored, but again, this collective, you're not seeing or feeling that currently. Tower in reverse. I think there's a lot of internal things, internal layers that are going to be ripped away from this next chapter. But this is a card of kind of delaying the inevitable, diverting the disaster. And this is going to be your middle row. I actually think what's coming could... It was inevitable it was going to approach. It was part of your contract, but you just never saw the time. And unfortunately, because of that, and because of the fires and the things that you had to learn from this situation, there's just, I think a lot of the fury that's going to come into you is unfortunately because of how long this has been delayed, right? But it was always destined to have a full circle moment. But I do think what's coming, I see this as internal lessons and internal chaos. And for this collective, you are going to have to face a bit of that internal chaos, your cosmic deck, right? Eight of Swords, trapped in the mind. Oh, look at it. I've got to see what... Okay, top row. These two are sad. I hope what confirms this is relieving this anxiety and overwhelm, the confusion, finally starting to see things clearly. But I am also feeling you've got a few different things that are approaching you. And I always say with that Seven of Cups, just make sure you're focusing on one thing at a time, because when we're trying to focus on all the different cups in front of us, it can add a bit of confusion and again uncertainty. And you're leading this situation with uncertainty. You're leading this situation with, unfortunately, remember, you really are in Two of Swords in reverse. But the sad thing is right now you're High Priestess both ways. It's like you're disconnected from self and what way to go, because you're so scared you're going to make the wrong decision. So again, big thing, just find center, wait till you're clear, wait till you're focused, wait till you're outside of the anxiousness that you're feeling. Remember, we put ourselves in that mental prison unintentionally, but again, she thinks she's seeing things clearly, but she is not. But let's confirm these. All right, Two of Swords. This is sad because the message from your higher self is so powerful, and this just... you're going to need mindfulness. I always say I see that as the Gollum in Lord of the Rings. My precious. Over that ring, the obsessive thinking. Until the obsessive thinking is released, just again, and this confusion's gone away. Let's get one more. I think you're going to be really Sun. Yes, wait till things are illuminated, but that's my yes card. I was going to say, I think you're going to be really tempted to just withhold and not say anything at all, right? You're so focused on guarding yourself right now, and just wait for that sun to shine over your mind. And remember the biggest thing, anything you're facing confusion with, you actually know the answers. It's just you're not letting your heart lead the way. Watch the whole reading. Happiest card in the deck. This could be a good outcome, and it could finally relieve all of that stress if dealt with right. Cool, calm, and collected. Attitude is everything. The Moose energy. Five of Wands in reverse. What are you going to find solution, harmony with? Nine of Cups. You will know. You've gone through your cup. This is what's happened. Hyper independence. You are so worried to let anyone at your table that is going to take you 10 steps back emotionally. It's like you're in protection mode, but this could really lead to a 10 of Cups. This harmony, this is truly preparing you for wishes to come true. You are emotionally mature enough. You've learned enough lessons. You've learned how to fill up your cups the right way. Trust in yourself. Have confidence. This, so much harmony, and not just with this. These wishes granted, luxury, harmony, good fortune, success, security. Again, message from your higher self. Look what's actually coming for you. Don't sit in fear. Remember, healing is not just to heal trauma, but appreciate happiness. And again, if all this fear comes over, it's because you're trying to rush something. You don't need to rush anything, and you know that, right? You can't rush harmony. You can't rush finding common ground again, right? It's okay. It's okay. It's Tower in reverse. Oh, that's wanting 10 of Cups. Ten of Cups. But understanding why it all had to happen, why the foundation broke in the first place. It was a false sense of security because neither of you could actually offer each other the right security, believe it or not. So many lessons needed to be learned. That tower needed to be blown down so you could rebuild the right castle. You've got stability on its way. Believe. Wheel, I'm going to say upright. Although, no, I'm not, because all the challenges you faced, all of those times you felt the wheel was turning against you, it was never turning against you. The stuck, the still, the pause, it was to grow you. This cycle was destined to come in when it was the right time. It's the turning point now. It's this turning point. You will get there. This is your big push. One more. You're going to have confidence. Strong-willed, stubborn, temperamental, or confidence in self. Don't lead with fire and flame. One more. This is where it could all go wrong. Not solid offer, but slow and steady. Perseverance. This prove loyalty, right? But another card of stubbornness. This is where it could go either way. Literally, turning point. Beautiful, but the only reason this will come out of you is because the process is trying to be rushed. That's the only reason. It's a solid offer, but you need to believe it before moving forward. If you don't believe it, walk away with grace. Cool, calm, and collected. And opportunities coming as well that are solid for you. But you need confidence in your decisions. Don't be easily influenced by others. Eight of Swords. That's good. Judgment. You want to hope you awaken from the mind. Six of Cups. Beautiful. But I do see this as childhood trauma. So what may unfortunately bring, and again, the abandonment issues, the fire, the fury, and the welcoming shadow self. In this moment, understand what this was to you, right? Past life love. This card literally says a second chance at love, reigniting the past. Don't get scared of it. When you get scared of it, reflection, inner healing. You're so scared to get abandoned again. Now that you've got control back, you want to hope you don't have it, but you feel like you're in control again of life, right? Where for so long you felt like you lost control. But again, ask yourself, am I hyper independent right now? Is this a protection thing for me right now? This is where you're not going to, it's this. You don't trust if that's being truthful, or it's you're feeling this is where you're going to get confused. You're King of Pentacles, but you've got Knight of Pentacles here. I always say that's the king you kind of want to see. Loyal, trustworthy, strong sense of self, confidence, security, potential, grounded emotion. Wait till you ground your emotion to what comes next. But I am seeing here Nine of Cups, Sun, Knight of Pentacles with this. Top of their mountain, having his cake, eating it too, castle in the background. This could like parallel with a abundant like kind of wave come through as well. Kind of change energy. But that is completely up to you. If you want to believe it or not. And if you do not believe it, that's your answer. Walk away. Walk away. Again, if it's meant to be, it won't pass you by. As long as you're not bringing up old version, right? By reading this, I feel this collective. I just don't think you're going to have faith in this transformation. And that is okay. Don't over-explain. Don't get angry. Maybe that's part of your lesson here, is just to walk away then in silence. One more. Nine of Wands. I know you've persevered. You can still have boundaries over your heart. That's okay. Soft boundaries, graceful boundaries, boundaries. I've held the line for so long, I get it. You feel broken. But this card literally says it's the final push. You're nearly there. Let's get one more, and I'm closing out this reading. Don't be easily influenced by others. This is, I don't like this card. Unspoken words, unanswered questions. I see this as not moving the smartest, but it's up to you. Oh. You've clearly gone through that. You've gone through that. If you know you've hit your 10 of Swords with this person, it ain't going to get any worse. You've hit rock bottom. You wouldn't have this cycle shift if you haven't. But I think, unfortunately, you were a bit blinded. You would be. It's your abandonment that's about to come up. Watch the whole thing. So the only thing, I'm hearing a bit of self-sabotage here. You might go into self-sabotage. So again, don't be drawn to that field of influence of old self. Your shadow part was really important, right? You've got every right to not believe in what's coming, but just I want you to believe with confidence you do deserve happiness. This journey of healing is not always just pain, right? Where there's bad karma, there is great karma. This is a turning point for you. It's a turning point. If you let it be. If you let it be. You don't need to rush anything. It's not a lost cause, but you need to believe that, my St. Jude. Divine love is protected. And your heart is protected. Your divine being. Golden elixir. You're shining to the heavens. Find peace. 6 could be an important number. 6 days. The Venus star. Magic, love, all around you with that 6 as well. Lightning. We know. Your heart space. And black candle wax. Oh, I think that didn't pick up the first roll. I'll roll twice again. 7. 12th of the 1st, 1st of the 12th, 1, 2, 1, 5, 5. You got 4, 4 in the other one. 1st of the 5th, 5th of the 1st, 5th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 5th. 10, 10, 10, 10, completion. 12th of the 9th, 9th of the 12th, 2nd of the 10th, 10th of the 2nd, 24th of the 10th, or 4th of the 10th, 10th of the 4th. All right, my loves. Have a good day.